Tuesday, the Ontario Hockey League announced that due to the recent stay-at-home order by the province and increasing number of cases of COVID-19, they were canceling the 2021 OHL season. We caught up with the OHL Tonight's Al Galloway to get his reaction to the statement.
And it's no real surprise, I don't think, to anybody at this point, or at least it shouldn't be any real surprise. I mean, the bottom line is we're already midway through April, and just how much of a season and or a playoff could they really be expected to have? I mean, they were up against the calendar, and there really was nowhere to go other than to start planning for next year.
Al was a little surprised that the OHL and the province had managed to reach an agreement on a return to play just prior to the last stay-at-home order.
Well, given the way Lisa McLeod and Doug Ford had reacted throughout this entire pandemic, yeah, I was a little surprised that they were finally able to come to an agreement. But I guess, there's that situation where, as I said a moment ago, these OHL owners don't have the revenues to play with from sponsorships and television and one thing or another that the NHL cousins do. And I'm pretty certain there must have been a considerable amount of pressure on the Ontario government to come up with that agreement to get this going again.
We also asked his thoughts on the OHL's overage situation and how that may look going forward.
Well, as you know, and maybe some of the fans that watch us on the OHL Tonight know, I do cover the Ontario Junior Hockey League as well as the Ontario Hockey League. They've elected not to extend it, but NCAA hockey has elected to extend from a 4-year to a 5th year of eligibility, not just for this year's graduating, what would have been graduating players, but also to the 3 seasons immediately younger than this year's system, because they feel that there's such a logjam of graduating players now over the last 2 years who've had nowhere to go, whether it be Europe, U Sports, or pro in the East Coast or the American Hockey League or whatever. There's such a logjam there now that they feel they've got to give it an opportunity to work its way through the system.
Finally, we asked Al his thoughts on the upcoming 2021-2022 season.
Well, I think probably a lot depends on the vaccination rollout here and just how much we can get this thing under control. I mean, obviously, I'm itching to get back into an arena for the first time in over a year. I would certainly hope that by September we're back in that arena, but whether or not there's fans in the stands, I really don't know for sure. But I do think that OHL owners, unlike NHL owners, don't have the revenues to play with if there are no fans in the stands. And so I think that's really going to be a primary determining factor on exactly when they do begin their season.